Why can't you wow me for literally anything? Can you imagine him on a boat with like the wind in his ears? It's not a beautiful day outside for an asthmatic person. Very few people get a double, triple hug when I'm leaving them. They touched my heart. She's like, I'm really proud of you for leaving him. And then I realized I didn't mention that I just had a breakup and divorced. My demons that I thought I squashed or locked away, they came right out. I just want to hide and curl into a ball and cry and cry and cry. We've already paid for these classes. Maybe I should get mom a skydive for her birthday. Explaining boundaries to an African mother? LOL. I was divorced 12 hours before I turned 30. Bye, Ma! Okay, so can you guess where I'm going today? I've decided to match the aesthetic of the activity that I'm gonna do. Boating! I'm doing my power boat license. It's a 2-day course with exclusive yachts. It is not sponsored, okay? This is something I paid for out of pocket, and I got Fazad discount, so I did get some discount, but I was entitled to it anyway because I work a really tough job. Wow, there's a trolley. I need to get another camera so you can see what I see on the road. Let me know if you have any suggestions, but there's legit a trolley in the middle of the street. So I'm getting my powerboat license. Right now it's 13th of April, 2025. And I know I'm shooting a lot of content. You're probably gonna see this like many, many months later, but I've got an editor that I absolutely love the work he's done, and I wanted to support him because he started his new thing, so it requires a lot of patience on my part to just wait and believe in the process and know that eventually the internet is going to see this vlog. Anyways, since my divorce in January, now it's been a little over 3 months, and in the Mel Robbins breakup blueprint, they did say you'll start to feel better by the 3rd month. And it was almost like a light switch that went off. Could it have been a placebo effect of like that? No. Could it have been something I conditioned into my mind already? Possibly. Oh wait, I feel the burn. Where's my hat? Yeah, sun protection. Got all the SPF. I even packed some extra SPF in my abaya. Got pockets in here that are hidden. But yes, so I basically started to feel much better. I went to this breakfast with Kelly. She's somebody who also came on the show, Kelly Marie Hodgkin. She's such a vibe. She's like British J-Lo in my opinion. Anyways, when she came on the show, we just had so much more to talk about. This is something I noticed with a lot of guests is we have a lot of moments off camera that to me feel very special and sacred. So we agreed that we were going to hang out and catch up after the show and outside of the show, and just so much had happened, so we didn't really have the time. But I make sure that I initiate. If I tell someone I'm gonna do something, I do it. So I messaged her, I initiated, we went out to breakfast, and then Eliza, who's the also came on the show, she's the one who kind of connected us. I was like, oh, let's all meet up for breakfast. So we did, and then Kelly invited us as a guest to this restaurant called Josette. Ya Allah, why are you driving so close to me? So we went there. It was a really nice breakfast. It was a group of so many different women, and it was like a publicity event, I think, for the restaurant to know where that they do breakfast. It's not just like a nighttime thing. So I really enjoyed it. And then the woman who was sat next to me, her name was Dawn. And when I came in, Kelly's like, oh, there's Dawn who I really want you to meet. And I was like, okay, cool. And I didn't know what she looked like or anything. Anyway, this woman comes in, and I look at her and I was like, wow, she's such a vibe. And then she comes and she sits next to me and she goes, oh, hey, I'm Dawn. And I was like, oh, Kelly wanted me to meet you. Nice to meet you. When I sat at the table, I didn't tell anyone what I feel like I'm a person who does a lot of things, right? So I'm an air traffic controller by profession that pays me full time. I have a podcast, I do stand-up comedy, I'm a motivational speaker, like at a TEDx level. Like I do a lot, alhamdulillah, and it's because I've pushed and persevered to do better all the time. When I sat down, they're like, what do you do? I'm like, I have a podcast, period. Some of the ladies were nice and they were like, oh, tell us more. And then I was like, oh, actually, the episode I have with Kelly is coming out today, and this is the day we're hanging out, so that just aligns really well, blah, blah, blah. Then I got more attention when Kelly was like, oh, can you guess what she does? And everyone's like, yeah, she has a podcast. She's like, no, that's just what she does on the side. And then she's like, oh, she's an air traffic controller. And then that's when I get the, wow, why does a title or, you know, a token of my intellect have to have such a reaction? Why can't you wow me for literally anything, you know? Anyways, it was just a mental note I made because I haven't been socialized in a long time, especially around people I don't know. And it was an unexpected meet with all these women. I thought they were really nice. I really clicked with Dawn and then another lady as well. And then we were just having a chat, and like I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna put a filter on with these ladies. And I spoke. It was a vibe. Some liked it. Some I could tell were a little bit uncomfortable, but that's a reflection of them. Anyways, one of the things that I've been doing since I got divorced is doing what's in my heart and doing it in that moment. So I was scrolling on social media, like doom scrolling, which I really need to stop because it's just so not good for me. And I saw that there was a powerboat license that you could get in just 2 days. So I sent them a message, and I made a promise to myself. If the days that they're offering the classes align with my days off, I'm gonna do it no matter what. So I sent them a message. It did. My first 2 days off were like the 12th and the 13th of April. So I was like, perfect, I'm actually off, so I'm gonna sign up for these classes. And I remember I did it so quickly, it didn't even register that I'm actually doing these classes. But just before I actually went through with that, I looked it up, and what is this on the road? So stressful to drive. So I looked it up, and specifically Exclusive Yachts, if you get their boat membership, they are a pet-friendly boating club. So I sent them a message to re-clarify, can I bring my dogs on the boat when I get my membership? And they said yes, and I said cool. Then I signed up for it. So I did take a moment to see if it's worthwhile, because I wanted a worldwide international license, and I wanted to make sure if I am able to go on the water, I want to take my dogs. Specifically Charlie, the retriever. Oh, he would just love it. You know, he loves sticking his head out the window. Can you imagine him on a boat with like the wind in his ears? My favorite boy. Anyways, so I made the decision to do that at the start of April, maybe end of March. No, it was already after Ramadan, so it was already like the first week of April. Signed up for it, and I remember I have a couple of my friends who I let know that, hey, I'm off on certain days so that we can make a plan to hang out. They messaged me, they're like, oh, let's hang out this weekend. I'm like, I'm gonna get my powerboat license. And they're like, what? I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna learn how to ride a boat. And one of the girls said, why do you have to conquer all modes of transportation? Because I control aircraft, I have a boat license, and then I drive a car. I have no interest in getting my pilot license, to be honest. I'd rather just tell pilots what to do for a living, and I'd rather just be flown around versus me fly the aircraft. Although if I really do think about it as I verbalize, it would actually benefit me to get a pilot license so I further understand the aircraft performance on an even deeper level versus the theoretical and what I have learned and observed in the radar or on the radar over the last decade plus. So I don't know, maybe I'll revisit it, who knows, because there's a flying school in Ras Al Khaimah. It's not a beautiful day outside for an asthmatic person. So much haze. What is the air quality index? 187. Don't know what that means, but it's a yellow on the Tesla. Yeah, so I'm excited to do my powerboat license. And then, remember this happens a lot in the conversations I have with my friends. So again, welcome to Short Story Long with Jaheena as I drive to places. Oh yeah, so then I was sat next to Dawn. She puts her hand on my back. She's like, oh, can I touch you? And I was like, I really like that she asked me, because a lot of people feel it's okay to just like give me a hug and grab me, and I really don't like that. I like anticipated touching, like a hello hug and a goodbye hug. And maybe you'll get a double goodbye hug if you really made me feel like we had a very touching moment together, pun intended, okay? Very few people get a double triple hug when I'm leaving them, and it's just because you know, they touched my heart. Like this lady who I met at my friend's wedding recently. She was so amazing. And she sent me like the most beautiful voice note. And like I really vibe with like older people. Sheila, yes, before I even found it, I remembered Sheila. I named her on my phone Sheila Therapy. So she works as a therapist online, and you know, I just really bonded with her at my friend's wedding, to the point in which she even came for a couple of my comedy shows afterwards with her daughter and her husband. So that was nice. Let's go back to Dawn. So Dawn is sat next to me. She asked if she can pat my back, and she does. And she's like, I'm really proud of you for leaving him because he was just bringing you down. And I was like, oh, thanks. And then I realized I didn't mention that I just had a breakup and divorced, and this woman was not following me on social media or anything. So I was like, oh, that's interesting. And she's like, yeah, I read energy, and you know, she's like, you're thriving now and you're just going to continue to grow. I'm like, honestly, I feel that way. I can feel the growth like a baby phoenix. While we were talking, I really just loved listening to this woman speak, and you know, how to speak with intention and everything that she was talking about. And in my mind, while she was speaking, I was gonna wait for her to finish, but I was like, I need to invite her on my podcast. And she goes, I should come on your podcast. And I was like, sold. So she doesn't live in the UAE full time, so why is my nose so itchy? If there's any body language expert that's watching, they're gonna be like, she's lying about everything because she touched her nose. But I'm not, okay? I just have an itchy nose. Oh, you know what? It's because mom let the dogs hang out in the house before I left. Oh, yeah. I've taken all my allergy medication, but struggle is still real. So she came on the show, and after we finished shooting the episodes, she kept the whole day free for me, and I was free as well. So after that, she's like, would you like to do an antithesis realignment? That's the name of the technique of the work she does. And she did say, she's like, oh, I'm going to take you to a very dark place, and then from that you're going to grow. And I was like, yeah, like I've already been sorting through my demons for the last 5 years, working with hypnotherapists, life coaches. So this would have been like the third person that I've ever worked with in terms of variety in the last 5 years. She came over. After we finished rolling, I kept like a little grazing bar for her to eat, and she's like, oh, it's very unusual, I usually don't eat before a session, whatever. And I was like, you know what, I feel like I bring out something in people where they feel comfortable enough to just eat, drink, pour their heart and soul out to me, whatever. Anyway, we do the session. It was really intense. I'm not going to share the details of the session because even though I'm sharing parts of my life most people don't, this I'm going to keep to myself. However, I will speak about how I felt. During the session, I felt really good releasing and verbalizing and talking about the different things in my life that I didn't realize still bothered me. So that was interesting to tap into. You know, you think that, oh, you know, healing is like a linear journey. No, it goes up, down, right, left. And when you think you're good, you find out, actually, there's still like a remnants of your past that is still hurting you. After we finished the session, she stood up and she was like, I need to grab you if you fall over. And I was like, what is she on about? She's like, yeah, your cells are going to be shifting, and make sure you drink water because we're rewiring your brain. And, you know, to, like, for example, if there's something negative you thought of, we turn that into a positive statement. And then she sent me like a list of affirmations and a voice note of all the affirmations that I'm supposed to go through. And I really liked having her voice there because she was recording it in maybe in a garden or somewhere outdoors, and I could hear the birds singing, and I was like, this is so on brand for her. I love it. And then I went to bed, and because we faced a lot of darkness and a lot of my demons that I thought I squashed or locked away, they came right out. Okay, it was terrifying. It was so scary. I did not sleep well, and my Aura ring lied to me. It said I had an 87% score on my sleep score with a crown, just because of the timing, because usually I sleep so late. So I was like, oh, you fell asleep at 10 something p.m. Excellent. Even though I could see there were gaps when I woke up. I had a moment of sleep paralysis where I thought I was being strangled, and it was really, really so terrifying. I started to remember things I didn't realize I had in my subconscious. I had a feeling about the certain things that I had gone through, but it's like the whole memory came back all the way. Like the darkness came right out. And I woke up and I was like, with my alarm to go for my boating class yesterday, and I was like, I just need to cancel. I am so sad. I just want to hide and curl into a ball and cry and cry and cry. And I was like, we've already paid for these classes. We're going to go out, and I'm sure I'm really going to be happy that I left the house and did what I always said I was going to do. Because I've always wanted to do these boating classes. I leave the house. I got on a call with mom. We had a couple things to discuss to finalize. Pick a lane. Pick a lane, my dude. These trucks, you have the audacity with the way they drive. Like, seriously. Just needed a moment of focus. So got on a call with mom. Ya Allah, my nose is so itchy. Yeah, so I got on a call with mom, and then she's like, you don't really sound great. What's going on? And I was like, so itchy. I don't really sound like what's going on. So I told her, I'm like, oh, I had a session, and we dug up something I didn't even realize happened to me, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, oh my gosh. And she eventually yesterday evening, she came over after she knew I was back home, and she was like, we need to talk about this, like, because you're really not okay. So we did. It helped a lot. And then I finally slept much better last night, but I'm still feeling very tired. Like, I am exhausted with the revelation of my past. I am deeply hurt. I felt very, like, I love to, like, listen to music and, like, have a little dance, and I just wasn't feeling myself for, like, a whole 24 hours, and I just hated it so much. And I was just so deeply sad. And I don't believe in this, like, full moon energy shift, blah blah blah. And then Dawn was telling me, she's like, there is a pink moon, and it's very powerful to bring out old wounds and then let them shed away, and choose what you're leaving behind. And then even when I reached out to Trish, my life coach, who I'm already working with, who I also had on the show, he was saying the same thing. And I was like, damn, why is everyone telling me this? And I was like, you know what? I'm going to finish my prayers. I'm going to do Ayatul Kursi after every prayer. I'm going to just pray for peace. And then I'm going to go sit out in the garden and meditate. And in the garden, I had a full view of the moon. I'm like, I'm not going to lose any of this. And I was going to meditate that night anyway, because I just needed to find some more rebalance. So I finished all my prayers, went and sat in the garden, meditated, and then I journaled. So the antithesis realignment list that Dawn sent me, I sat and I wrote it out, every single one, and I felt it with intention. And I put on this, like, lo-fi music to have, like, baby focus while I'm doing it. And I'm really happy that I did, because I really felt each word I wrote down. I really felt it. And then I was like, this isn't enough. So I put in the whole text that Dawn sent me, and then I told ChatGPT, based on everything I've written before, to give me more affirmations to write out. And I picked a couple of them that I resonated with. And I think my favorite one was, in my femininity, there is power. And I was like, yes. I did always feel like I have to become a little bit more masculine in certain moments, especially in my line of work, where I have to be super masculine to be heard, seen, and respected. And actually, in my femininity really is where the power lies. So I'm supposed to, my homework with Dawn is I'm supposed to read each one and really say it with love, intention, and just really absorb that, so my brain rewires itself into that belief. And I'm just really excited for that. But if you do reach out to her, even if you think you're healed, you are in for an emotional roller coaster. Okay, it's hard. It is not easy. Just a moment of silence for my Tarama Rama coming through. Okay, we're back now. So with exclusive yachts as well, I'll speak about that. And again, not sponsored, unfortunately. I'm just ready to reach that place where the sponsorships I want just come to me, because I want to experience different things. And I know it from now. I will be picky. Yani, I'm not going to pick just anyone just because they want me to experience certain things. No. If I don't have an interest in it, I'm not going to do it. For example, let's say hypothetically, Skydive Dubai reaches out to me. They're like, we're going to give you a free palm parachute jump. Highly doubt that'll happen. But as an example, I would not do it, even though it's a bucket list item for many people in the world, because I don't like the idea of jumping out of an aircraft. no thank you. I do not like adrenaline things. I do not know. When I sit at work and I get stressed while I work, that is enough. Thank you very much. I don't need this extra heart rate elevation. But I'm putting it out there because you know what? Actually, maybe I should get mom a skydive for her birthday. For her 65th birthday, I buy mom a skydive. I think I'm gonna do it. I need to find out when she's traveling though, because I know she's traveling, but I think that's what I'm gonna do. I just love how my brain works, and we got to this, and you got to witness this moment of me making this decision. Hilarious. I did buy, I don't know if my ex-husband, did I buy it for him and he did it or not? I know I bought it for him, but I think he was too heavy at the time. I made him a fluffy boy in love. He did get a little bit thick, but I didn't see it. I always thought he was so fit, even when he was at his heaviest, because I just loved him so much. Oh my God, I just rewired. I said it in past tense. Progress, the little wins in my life. So yeah, so I'm excited to take you all on my boat class. I hope you enjoyed this vlog. 15 minutes away. So mom is moving closer to me, which I'm very excited about. And I actually negotiated with the landlord upstairs. I had her number, and I was like, look, I really want my mom to move closer to me. She's an aging parent. And I also realized with my other two younger sisters, they're not gonna take care of her, and it's up to me, which is fine. It's also something I've added to my antithesis realignment of, you know, my mom is always going to be close by, and I choose to take care of her. It's a privilege to take care of her, and I believe I've been blessed with the independence and the financial capability for myself to be able to take care of her. So alhamdulillah. Anyways, I'm so excited. So we're so close to finalizing the sale, where we put everything in mom's name, and she'll move in upstairs. And yeah, I'm just really, really excited. Like it's two separate apartments because, you know, boundaries, even though explaining boundaries to an African mother. LOL. Ya Allah, pick a lane, pick a lane, pick a lane, pick a lane. Why is everyone trying to drive into me? Okay, focus. What would Dawn say? I am safe. Cars drive away from me. Cars stay in their own lane. Antithesis realignment. So yes, I'm really excited about mom moving upstairs. I had this vision in my mind, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna happen, and I hope I catch it on the vlog one day, of her opening the window and looking into my garden and going, Jahina! Because that's literally what she does. Yeah, I'm excited, and you know, one of the gifts I had bought for my ex-husband, just the day I found out he was cheating on me, was I bought him the latest Tesla. And my intention initially was I wanted to buy my mom a new car, and she's like, no, I really like my car. And it was my car, my mom's car, and my ex-husband's car. We always gave him the car that's gonna die the most, because if he gets stranded on the side of the road, he'll figure it out. And I didn't want my mom to be in like an older, more used up car. So I had given my mom my car when I bought my electric car, and then we gave him my mom's older car to run into the ground. So when that car died, I was like, okay, Ma, I'll buy you a new car, and then you give him my old fuel car, because it still had some life in it. She's like, no, I really like, it was a Lexus, right? She's like, no, I really like the Lexus. I'm so comfortable in it. I like the respect I get on the road in that car, etc., etc. So no, I don't want a new car. You get him whatever car. I was like, all right. So we were looking on everything, and I already had the Tesla and the charger. So I was like, in the long run, it's smarter to get another electric car because the maintenance costs are much lower and we don't have to spend on fuel. So that's what I did. I figured it out. I got the sale. I bought the car. I put everything in my name, thank God, because it was me buying it anyways. So when he left, I told my mom, I said, look, I have to sell one of the cars. So do you want it to be yours or the Tesla? And she's like, no, I'm still keeping the Lexus. I'm like, look, I'll let you keep it. You do whatever you want, but just sit with me in the car and I'll take you on a little test drive of the new car that I got him. She sits in the car. In 5 minutes flat of going around the community, she's like, this is my car now. And we call it Nani's spaceship, which is my grandma's spaceship, because it's much lower than the Lexus was, so my grandma can get in and out of it. And my mom kept saying, oh, it's a spaceship, it's a spaceship. And I'm like, no, it's Nani's spaceship. So that's how my mom ended up driving electric, and she really loves it. She's like, why does everyone overcomplicate the idea of driving an electric car? It's actually much easier. So that was really nice. Part of what I like is that I have my charger already, and then she can charge her car, so it's way more convenient, because right now she lives in a building complex and charging the car is quite difficult. So the plan was for her to move closer to me anyway, but alhamdulillah we were able to get the apartment right upstairs, so she's super close by, but we also have our distance. And she's like, yeah, I want to hang out with you, but only when I want to. But I'm pretty sure she's like basically gonna hang out downstairs because of the surround sound system I have. And she loves watching like horror movies with that on, because she's like, it sounds like they're coming from behind me. And I'm like, yeah, I will sit in the garden and read my book while she watches horror, because I absolutely hate it. So yeah, let's do some affirmations on this drive. My nose helps me breathe. Breath is a privilege. Riding the boat today, or driving the boat today, is going to come to me with ease. I am going to learn how to park a power boat with ease today. I am a woman of the ocean. I am grateful for this moment. I am grateful for this drive. I am grateful for the familiarity of this drive, because we're going to Yas Marina and it's basically my drive to work every day. I am grateful for eating farid yesterday at the mall, even though it made my tummy feel funny, but we're grateful because at least my body let it out straight away. Oh, you know what would be great? Some karak and paratha sandwich on the way home. There's a cafeteria, Rashid Ali Hassan, on the drive back home. Oh, it's been a long time since I had cafeteria food. Maybe that is an adventure I will take you on, because so good. I don't intend to be a food blogger, but food is a very big part of my life and I really enjoy eating. The car will stay in its lane. That car will stay in its lane. My car will stay in my lane. I'm just trying to help with the anxiety of thinking cars are going to drive into me, but we're not putting that out in the universe. So in the powerboat class, it's 3 of us in total. So there's me, the instructor or the captain, and this other guy. His name's Alejandro. So I really like him. So he's a gentleman in his 40s. He's Spanish. Oh no, was I going too fast, or was that radar for the other side? Let's put it on cruise control so we don't have to think about these things. And his wife is a helicopter pilot, the National Guard, I think. So that's really cool. So inshallah, today I'm gonna get his contact or ask for her contact, because it would be really cool to have her on the podcast. Like, yes, I love it. And he was telling me she's like the first captain of something, and all of that. So I'm excited to see, and he seems like a vibe, so I'm hoping she also is a vibe, to have her on the show next month maybe. So yes, ya Allah, my nose. And did I take my nose spray this morning? No, I didn't. See, that's what it is. I know. So Dawn told me, she's like, you're allergic, but you're telling yourself you are. Okay, this is a reaction I can't help right now. So yesterday I was 10 minutes late to class. Oh, and I honestly was really upset with myself for it. And I walked in, I was like, you know what? I just need to own it. So I walked in, I had to be there at 10 a.m. And I think I walked in literally at 10:10. I was like, good morning, everyone. This is Emirati 10 a.m. Just to have everyone have a laugh. And you know what? It worked. So here we are. Oh yeah, and then the other person in my class, his name's Adrian. So he already works with exclusive yachts, and he's getting his powerboat license so he can get a promotion, I believe. And he's really nice. I like him. And he has a dog, and he showed me his dog yesterday, and I was like, so cute. But yeah, his dog is the model for exclusive yachts, so that they have pictures of, he was a model. He was like the model on the yacht. So people know that it's a pet-friendly company. So I'm excited. Right now it's April. It's already pretty hot. It's like 38 degrees Celsius outside. Don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. look it up yourself if you're not a Celsius girl. Oh, today I'm really, really hoping I can get overtime. If I don't get overtime tonight or this afternoon, I'm going to be performing in my stand-up comedy set at Tanya's Tea House, which I love. So I am an OG Tanya's Tea House lover. Okay, when she opened up her really cute cafe in Jumeirah that was like all pink, I was there. Now she's moved to Dubai Hills, I am there. And I've like publicly cried in her cafe actually, because I was speaking to my girlfriends just before the divorce and just before I found out he was cheating on me. I was like, something feels off and I'm actually really unhappy in my marriage. One of the girls said, can you imagine if by your birthday you're just done with him? And that's exactly what happened. I was divorced on the day 12 hours before I turned 30. Be careful what you put out there, which is the point that Dawn has. But yeah, that's what happened. So Tanya's Tea House has a very special place in my heart because I've always felt very safe there and very like all the teas. I just love the teas, and she's got this like pot that I call it the peeing pot because the tea sieves in itself and it pees into the mug. You have to go there and see it. It is a whole vibe. So Tanya's Tea House has an open mic night called Don't Be Chai, like don't be shy, but like chai, CHAI. In the comedy group chat that I have with the rest of the people I've done my class with, they were saying that they're going to be performing there, and I said, you know what, let me send a message. I'll sign up for the open mic night. If I get overtime, I'll send them a message and say I can't make it, but if I don't get overtime, that's where I'll be performing tonight. And it's gonna be the same set that I've done. I just want to keep practicing it and find my groove and my rhythm and my like sassiness on stage. And it's in Tanya's Tea House. Like, what a beautiful full circle moment. The last time I went there, I was bawling my eyes out because I thought my husband was just like, not treating me the way that I deserve to be treated. And I chose this man for how he treated me, and he stopped being as nice to me, which is so rude. And then now I'll go there and crack a joke about how he's cheated on me and all the other insecurities I have, but make a laugh out of it. Oops. Thank you for all the trauma, because eventually this is what has brought a lot of joy and laughter into people's lives. It's all about what adverse situation you've been through and how you're gonna handle it later on, and I feel like this is the only way. Yes. 9:53 a.m. I think I might just have to the cupcakes are getting delivered today. So my good friend Molly, it's her birthday. Oh my god, I'm so excited. So her birthday's already passed, but I've been planning like a surprise for her with her sister that's in town, which I'm also so excited to meet her. Yeah, I was actually on her list of things to do in Dubai. So she's like, when am I meeting Joe and her dogs? And I was like, I feel honored. So yeah, like I honestly, mashallah, this girl's family, I absolutely love them. I've hung out with her parents. I've met her sister. I think her brother is also an air traffic controller, but I haven't met him yet. Love them. And I've planned a little surprise getaway. We're going to this Anantara Santorini for a beach day, super zen, girls day, and I've ordered all her favorite cupcakes. And because of my location and supporting, so there's the company that I bought the cupcakes from is called Monica Bakes, and it's this beautiful female-owned business, and I love their cupcakes. The third-party company that they use only delivers on certain days. So I'm getting the cupcakes, I think 2 days earlier, but they have to bring it to me while I'm here doing my boat classes. So I ordered an extra box of cupcakes so we can all have like a baby graduation. So I hope the cupcakes are delivered in time. So I'm putting it out there, like Dawn says. The cupcakes will be delivered before the end of the class today, so we can all enjoy the cupcakes. So let's see if that works. I will give you an update on the vlog drive back. Get in the boat so my Shayla doesn't fly. Anyways, these are my books. This is my bag. But yeah, it's a tote bag that I've made with my art for press pause. It's a goodie bag that I give to my guests. It's all made out of recycled materials. They call it eco-neutral. If you don't know my podcast, go watch it, okay? Do I take this bottle? Yeah, I will. Oh my gosh.